So we're at the point where we're going to get the engine mocked into place. I just realized that this is the old Y-block motor mount. So I thought this had a flathead, but it may have had a Y-block in it. So, more cutting of rivets because it's the most fun thing in the world to do. I did have the motor in for a second and had a little bit of a look at it. These plates aren't going to be long enough for what I need. Not that I was really planning on using them anyway. I'm going to box the frame. We'll try this again. Hopefully my parts will come in today. I won't have to lift with a chain again. I can lift with my carbon plate, which is around here. So my side. Where did I see it? Oh, there it is. Off in a distance. Zoom and unzoom. So I gave up on trying to drill out the rivets, and I just cut the piece out because I smashed myself too many times in the hand with a hammer. I will get those out still, but for now I'm not worrying about them because I wanted to move on to other things. I want to keep progressing and not just sit and hammer at 2 rivets all day. I don't get a ton of time down here to work on this, so you can see it's becoming the classic project vehicle where it's full of all of your extra stuff. So I'm trying to figure out a method to put some motor mounts in there. I have to get the engine back in, I think. I gotta measure everything first. Found these that I thought were kind of neat. These are actually spring shackles, but I'm pretty sure these will fit right up and weld into place nicely, and we will have motor mounts. So just to be 100%, I'm going to bolt them as well. One of the things I have to do is line these up. Frame chunk goes in right like this. Line it up with my little line, I can knock this into place. Now the reason I did this was because I want to be able to have it so I can still move it in case I don't like it. So I'm going to put 2 bolts here, actually probably just 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here, and that way I can line the engine up, and then once I've got it where I want, I can weld it into place. But for now, I have a little bit of wiggle room with it where I know it's going to be at least semi-solid and hold the weight of the engine and not have to super worry about what's going on as far as, you know, are my weld's going to be good enough to hold, like, once the engine's running and torquing and all this kind of stuff. So one side is done. This has finish work to do. I had to score it where I wanted it to bend because I wanted to get them in the right spot. So I'm going to weld a bead on each of those seams. Obviously, I just cut this piece off, so I'm going to clean it all up. But you can see it's on there good as it is. Separated those instead of doing one piece, so I have obviously more surface area to weld to. Filming! That's what I'm doing right now. I definitely don't have our favorite judge going on in the background here for back. There we go. We'll turn that off. All right, so here's bracket number 2. Gonna drill some holes in it. Start to line stuff up. I'm just trying to find our center punch. It was in here. It's not in there. Is that? No. Found a magnet. Oh, ha! Center punches. Who'd have thought? We're going to measure this super precise. Yep. Now to figure out what size of hoe to drill, how about we start with, that one looks like it's still usable. So hard on drill bits. I learned how to sharpen them, and I'm let's say okay at it. I'm not super proficient yet. I guess you can probably see the front of the truck. Oh, yeah. The guy will mark the black one. There we go. Hit that firewall. There. Come on, bend something, stay there. Here's what we got going on. So I'm gonna move my plate 2 inches forward. That's why we just did holes first. So we can do that so we're not, you know, permanently in there, and then that'll put us obviously in a better spot. We can bring the engine back, but I don't know. I kind of like where that's sitting over the front wheels. You know, it's kind of a perfect spot. We're missing everything. The headers should go on there. They might not clear that steering box. Let's check that while we're here. Steering box, header. Cross member. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, tons of room. Yeah, that's where I want the engine. Now, would it be any kind of car built at all without hundreds and hundreds of mouse turds? So I'm going to vacuum these up. Then I'm going to take this out, that center pan. I kind of hemmed and hawed about how to do it. I'm just going to drill it out because that's where I'm at. Or drill out the bolts, or not, whatever it is. But first I got to get rid of the turds, and then they all came raining down from here when I pulled the original gas pedal linkage out. Then we will get the transmission mounted and see where it needs to sit in relation to where the engine's going to sit, and see if they can actually line up or if I'm way off. I have a feeling I'm way off by looking at it, but we'll see. We'll get it figured out. Might have to cut a bit of the firewall out. Not opposed to that. So here we go. We're coming up through the floor. We are ratchet strapped, so I just hope it doesn't fall backwards. I may have spilled my slurry a little bit. I think it came out over on this side. I'm gonna have to throw some shop. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, not bad. Oh, or as bad as I thought. Just a little bit. That's okay. It's acetone and transmission fluid, so it's actively cleaning the floor. I'm going to have to take the shifter off. I didn't, just because I wanted it to look all cool in there, but I might have to put this in and then bolt the shifter on. Second, I also may have to put a little window in the firewall. This cross member is just kind of playing with me. I don't know that I can use it, but I don't want to cut it out yet. Look, this is where all your parts get kept that you take off. This is about as far back as it can go. I had my engine way further back than that. I guess I can just cut this hole and move everything back. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, because as it stands, you're reaching for the shifter. I kind of like the look of that. Yeah, this is my seat, so it probably could come back a bit. I'm gonna take a measurement as to where that is. So we can get in right now. Go, sitting there. There's your shifter. You know what? That would be, if I put it back about there, like another couple of inches, it'd be perfect. Because right now it'll work. Driving. Yeah. I'm in reverse. Hold on. Let's get out of reverse. All right. There you go. So then you've got first, second. This is where the reach comes in. To third. And then back into fourth. And back to first again, or neutral. I think that's what we'll do. Just cut this hole straight back, move everything back. And like I said, the reach will be in a better spot. We can bring it up. Foot position is good here. Gas, brake, clutch, gas, brake, thing, stuff. Figure out where we want all that mounted. Now look, I've already messed up my passenger side. It's all full of, you know, junk. I messed the floor up too. It's full of transmission fluid. That's the thing that sucks, is I gotta still get this transmission back out of here. But it's going to stay there while we get everything figured out. It's nice that I left that cross member in because now it just slides on it. These transmissions aren't super heavy. It's really high for the rear end right now, so there's a decent drive shaft angle, which I'd like to eliminate some of, such as hot rodding. Making stuff go in places where it was never supposed to be. Just think warm thoughts and everything will be fine. Oh, I'm stoked. I'm very excited. It's movement. I was hoping to have the engine mounted in here by now, but you know how that goes. You set yourself a day and then give it an extra year.